On the 20th anniversary, January the 10th, 2022, of the disappearance of Rachel Cooke, Texas EcoSearch had the honor of attending Rachel's remembrance ceremony in Georgetown, Texas. The ceremony was attended by several members of Texas EcoSearch and a multitude of family, friends, and a community that miss Rachel every single day. "We've learned to live with it," said Elaine Hattenhausen, which is Rachel Cooke's aunt. "At the same time, in the back of our minds, we're always wondering, where is she?" "Rachel was unforgettable," said Elaine. "If you met her, you would never forget her. She was full of life, loved to be around people. She loved to laugh, loved fashion." Rachel's loved ones remain hopeful to see her again and are still seeking answers. Elaine has the continued support that she's seen throughout the years. People in the community who heard Rachel disappeared, they didn't know her, they didn't know us, but they came and helped search day after day, she said. That support is what kept her hopeful of finding answers. Please take the time today and share Rachel's information. Somebody knows something. By sharing her story, it may help bring Rachel home. Rachel Cooke was visiting her parents' home near Georgetown while on winter break from San Diego Mesa College in California on January the 10th, 2002, when she left at approximately 9:30 a.m. for her daily 4-mile run. The 19-year-old was seen by multiple witnesses that spotted her at various points on her route. Several neighbors saw her at 11 a.m. near the end of her run, walking on Nisha's Trail toward her family's house, approximately 200 yards away. She was wearing a gray running outfit, green sports bra, Asics running shoes, and a yellow Walkman with sports-style headphones. When her mother, Janet, left for work at 8 a.m. on January the 10th, 2002, she was asleep on the couch. When she awoke, she decided to go for her training run. She had been on the school cross-country team and was taking regular 4-mile runs in the morning. Her father, Robert, returned home at 3 p.m. to go shopping with her, but she was not there and had not left a note. Her family became concerned when she didn't return home that day. An extensive search was conducted, but no trace of her was found. Authorities and her family are still trying to figure out what happened to her. Williamson County Sheriff Mike Gleason said they've investigated over 2,200 tips, and to this day they continue to receive calls about possible suspects. "We really get phone calls from people saying, she dated this one guy in high school and he was kind of a creeper," Gleason said. "Whether it's true or not, you still have to find the person, you still have to discount that person, and you do the interview and things of that nature. Everyone wants to help." Gleason has been involved with the case since day one. "There's something about this case in the community is just enthralled and want it closed," Gleason added. Williamson County Sheriff Mike Gleason revealed that he was on patrol sergeant that day when the call came in that Cooke was missing. He admits most of the evidence likely doesn't exist anymore, and he stresses the case won't be solved unless someone comes forward about what they know. Somebody it's weighing on heavy on their heart. They lived with it for too long, or they know someone, or they know something, he says. Williamson County Sheriff's Commander John Foster acknowledged that investigators are at a disadvantage in this case due to the time it happened. Without the modern-day tools they have for solving crimes today, such as security camera footage and the ability to track people using cell phone technology, it makes things more difficult. We know that there are people out there that knows exactly what happened, and there are people who he or she may have spoken with even, and we need those people to come forward and say what they do know," he says. "I think it will be solved. Quite honestly, I don't care who solves it," he says. "As long as the case gets solved and the community, the family, and the department can move on, that's what our hope is." Ultimately, Foster said that if the case is solved, it probably will be done through a tip. He added, 20 years later, detectives still have no concrete theories about what happened to Cooke and can't even rule out that she's still alive. Investigators say the goal in this investigation is twofold. First, they want to possibly find Rachel Cooke or her remains and give the family a degree of closure. The second is to bring the person or persons responsible for her disappearance to justice. Imagine living with a gaping hole in your life for many years. This is how Rachel Cooke's family has had to go on all this time. "We're fighting still, guys. We're not giving up. At this point, yes, she may be dead. Yes, she may be alive. We just don't know, Janet Cooke, Rachel's mom says. We got to hang in there and do what we can until we know. With every hug is the hope that someone will come forward. It was difficult when Robert, Rachel's father, my brother, passed away, Elaine says. In his passing went with him the promise to keep searching for the truth every single day. So his family picked up where he left off to keep the hope alive. I'm doing on Earth what he is no longer able to do, she said. I'm keeping Rachel's story out there. Williamson County Sheriff's Office, WCSO, officials are looking for a man who might have information on her disappearance. He was living in the Georgetown area in 2002 and has traveled to multiple cities throughout the state of Texas. The man is known to have been an associate of Cooke's while she was in Georgetown and is also believed to be involved in the cattle and horse industry, the release said. Authorities believe that the man might have mentioned details of Cooke's disappearance to an acquaintance, likely speaking of the incident in a third person and distancing himself from any actual involvement. The police just want to talk to this man. He is not right now initially a suspect. It's been a long haul and I can't say I don't hurt. That would be weird if I didn't hurt because I love my daughter with all my heart, but it doesn't mean I'm going to give up, and all I'm asking is that you guys don't give up, Janet said. She has friends who might be avoiding her because they knew her daughter and it brings up painful memories. She said, all I need is a smile or a hug from them, that's all. Investigators also received tips that resulted in digs in fields near Liberty Hill in June 2017. And also near Georgetown in December, but the digs revealed no new information. Rachel Louise Cooke is a white female who was born on May 10, 1982 in Georgetown, Texas, and is 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighed approximately 115 pounds, and she has blue hazel eyes and blonde hair with high-low highlights. She also has 2 heart-shaped cherries tattooed on her left foot near her pinky toe and a black star tattoo on her left foot. She has multiple piercings in both ears. If you have seen Rachel Cooke since her reported disappearance, if you know of her current whereabouts, or if you have any information whatsoever regarding Rachel's disappearance, please call the Williamson County Sheriff's Office at 512-948-2911 or the Cold Case Tip Line at 512-943-5204. And the FBI are asking individuals with any information regarding Rachel Louise Cooke to call 1-800-225-5324, or you can submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. You can also contact your local FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate. And if you would like to remain anonymous, please contact your local Crime Stoppers. The Sheriff's Office and the FBI are offering up to $100,000 for information leading to the location of Rachel Cooke.